Now, President Trump is meeting with Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau as we speak. Joining us now, former Senator Scott Brown, Republican from Massachusetts. Scott, welcome to the program. Good to have you back, sir.
Stuart, great to be on.
We're not expecting any fireworks from when they have the joint press conference later on this afternoon, because we figure that both leaders want to look good coming out of this meeting, as if they're good neighbors, good friends, good partners. Do you agree with that?
I do, Stuart, and they're our greatest trading partner, and I think what they do today will actually set the standard for the rest of the world in the negotiations when it comes to trade with other countries within the world. For example, we have obviously the oil issues with the pipelines. We have some amazing trade opportunities right now. As I said, they are our greatest trading partner, and we could actually not only deal with trade, but the safety and security of our hemisphere, notwithstanding Mexico, and I think they should focus on the things that they actually agree on.
Well, it's an opportunity for President Trump, because if he can successfully open up negotiations about NAFTA with a relatively friendly response from our northern neighbor, that's a plus for President Trump, surely.
I think it's a plus if Mexico, Canada, and the United States get involved, because NAFTA, like any other treaty and agreement, needs to be updated periodically. And what's it been, 20 years, if I'm not mistaken? And so we need to just, update it, reconfigure it to the changing, not only changing technologies, but changing ways of communication, changing ways of finance. And I think it's more than appropriate. I would think that the Prime Minister of Canada would welcome the opportunity to continue this amazing trade arrangement and friendship arrangement with the United States and vice versa.
Okay. Now, I'm sure you've noticed, Scott, that the stock market has taken off again today. We're now at 20,400. It's just going straight up. We believe that this has a lot to do with President Trump's statement and Kevin Brady's statement that, yes, we are going to get a tax cut bill that we can see, look at within the next 2 to 3 weeks. That sounds like a very speeded up schedule. You think they can actually do that, Scott?
Well, Stuart, you nailed it this morning. I was listening when you called it right off the bat, and it shot over, obviously 2,000 points since, the day that President Trump started. So congratulations on that. And I think absolutely it has to do with his tax policy. And here's the problem. The people who are complaining, Stuart, they have no right to complain, because we don't even have a Treasury Secretary now who's going to be driving that train. So I'm thankful that, obviously Mr. Brady and the President and his team, as kind of crippled and hampered as it is moving forward and at really a wonderful pace to show the American people that, as he said, the tax policy, giving individual and corporate tax breaks to make us competitive globally is the #1 priority in the administration. So I just hopefully gets a Commerce Secretary and obviously a Treasury Secretary that can ultimately eventually work together to figure things out.
You see, you just don't see this in most media outlets. We're concentrating on what we think is the news, which is tax cuts, huge infrastructure bill, reform of financial regulation, repealing and replacing Obamacare. We think that that is the news. We're concentrating on that, and you're helping us do it, Scott. I mean, something positive on President Trump. Nobody else has that, period. Last word to you, Scott.
Well, listen, they're still angry, Stuart, and you're going to find the haters, the people who are going to complain. Apparently we're deporting people that are here illegally. Oh, my goodness, the shock, the horror. Bottom line is they broke the law, and many of these people are felonies, and the message is going to get out. By the way, if you're here illegally, don't break the law and become a felon, because you'll be the first ones out. So I'm thankful, I'm hopeful. I'm just hoping he gets a full cabinet so he can do his job.
Scott Brown, as always, thanks for joining us. We'll see you again real soon. Thank you, sir.
Hey, great to see you, Stuart. Thank you.
Sir.